7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
How I skin a mink. First you make sure he's totally dry, and then you give him a good brush, make sure he has no burrs, and it fluffs up the fur. Looks a lot different when he's all nice and dry. Give him a nice shake. I notice this one here has got a extra white speck on his chin there. Oh, you can't see nothing. And then he's got a little white spot back here. So what I do is I rigged up this clamp, and you just pinch your foot in there, and it, just like the muskrat, you stretch them out straight and it will make a line right through here. And I start all the way at his, basically the palm, go just under the skin. Nice dull knife. First get you a sharp knife. Man, those shevets. Wonder if I grabbed the wrong knife. They got a pretty thick hide, quite a bit thicker than a muskrat. There we go. All the way to the palm. And now you want to cut around the vent. It will make kind of a triangle cut. And if you like the smell of mink, cut real deep in this one. If you don't like the smell of mink, cut real shallow. Well, I'm just going to go this way. Right at the base of the tail. Get your initial poke. I'm trying to go shallow so I don't make my coat stink. Basically, you're cutting a triangle around the anus. Because why? Because women don't like arseholes on their coats. Alright. Now we need to strip up the tail just a little bit. Same cut. That's it. That's all it takes. Cut around the ankles. Alright. So we have to do a couple light cuts just to get it started. This the mink skin doesn't come off as easy as the muskrat. Just to get it started, you want to try to keep your blade parallel with the skin. So instead of cutting towards the skin, you're cutting with the skin. Pull while you cut. And then again, you just start working your fingers in. There we go. See, I got my thumb in there now. This is where I wish I had a taller bench. I don't like this bending over. Tell you what, I'm going to hook them up on the string. Let me refocus you, and I'll turn you right back on. Okay, now that I got them tied up, I can actually work with it. So you just kind of work your fingers in. It's a little bit tougher than a muskrat, but it's not bad. You'll be able to have to touch it a few times with your blade. There, see, I got my thumb through. Let me flip the viewfinder so I can see what I'm looking at. Okay, I got my thumb through. And then you just peel it up towards the foot. And it should come right off. There we go. Now you do the same with the other one. So work your thumb in around the leg until she comes out in front. There we go. Just about got it. Fingers in. They're kind of small to work with. And greasy too. Need a couple initial cuts here just to get me started. These are a lot easier to skin when they're fresher. There, started. My thumb's too fat to fit through there. There, we got it. Peel it off. Now you can just kind of pull it down and work your thumb in. Peel it like a banana. Do a little bit of trimming on the belly. Penis off. It's a male. It's not. You don't have to worry about it. Wow, this sucker's fat. Alright. Get her loose now. Alright, now let's get the tail started. Work your fingers in and around behind, under the tail, around the spine, past the spine. Got it. See, got my finger through. Give it a little tug and just kind of work it. Be gentle. Don't want to rip the tail. Tail cut. Couple little helpful cuts. Just till we can get her going. Watch out for the glands because they stink. I actually kind of like them, but a lot of people don't. Alright, almost got the tail going. I'm putting gentle pressure down here as I'm doing it, just touching. Alright, I think we're ready. Get your tail strippers. These are a must. Well, they're not a must, but you get a lot more consistent without ripping the tail. You just push this gently where it's touching the bone in the hole here, and then you pull the mink away from the tail. You don't pull the tail away from the mink. Sounds strange, but there is a difference. Just put that around, close it up gently so it's squeezing the bone and the meat. Put your finger in there and off comes the tail. Love that smell. Smells like trapping season. Every once in a while you have to give yourself a helping hand with the blade. Use it as less as possible. Just kind of wiggle it and work it. Grab the rib cage. Don't forget to cut around the front ankles like I just did. Now we can continue. Let me get both feet in the loop here so it will hold better. Let me aim me down a little. Oh, if you could only smell my garage. It's awesome. Let me move you over a little. Alright, so just like the muskrat. Damn it. Get it in your fist and squeeze. And you only have to touch it a few times with the blade. These don't come off as easy as a muskrat. So you can get your thumb in there to get the front legs out. They're coming. I see the shoulders. You have to cut. There's like a little thin piece of meat. You got to just barely cut through that. That way it will release the hide. Okay, now you can see the shoulders right here and part of the arm. Remember, you always never cut against the hide, you always cut against the meat. Let's see if I can work the arms. Whoop, one spot. Alright, just work your thumb behind the arms. Got it through. You can also stick like a screwdriver in there or something. Pull. Thumb through the other arm. Pull. Back to the tension in the, just lightly cut. I'm sure the veterans are rolling over laughing right now. It's taken a long time. They're a lot more aggressive than I am. Alright, we're just about to the ears. Ears on the mink are kind of on the side of their head. There's one ear. Go ahead and cut through it. Past ears. Bottom jaw, the eyes should be right here. Be real careful around the eyes. You want to keep them as small as possible. So you be basically cutting right against, straight into the bone of the skull or the jaw. Take your time. Doesn't do anything for the fur value, but you will get graded and talked to about it. I take the bottom lip off with it off the carcass. Most guys just nip it off. I just do it after. Make sure I don't screw something up. And again, they want all the whiskers on there. Taking the nose off, leave as much cartilage on the carcass as you can. Nose is off. Now we got the chin. There, done. Shake them all out. This one here I'm going to have to turn right side in. All this meat right here, yeah, I need some better light. All this meat right here you leave. You do not touch it. There's a gob of fat here. You can just pull it. Gob of fat here, pull it. But leave all the meat on. They call that the saddle. And there's a little bit of fat right here that might need some scraping. But this one here I'm going to turn right side in because I got to wash it. Somehow or another got a little blood on its head. I don't know how. There you go. One nice mink. Beauty, eh? Ciao. Oh, P.S. Don't forget to split the tail. Right where your initial cut is. Just run your knife down it. It's like a hollow tube now. They make commercial tail splitters which work fantastic. I just don't happen to have one. You just want to split it all the way to the tip. Nice and straight. Just kind of let your damn it. Let your tail slide over your knife. There we go. This takes a real thin blade knife. There you go. Now when you put them on the board, you can spread the tail out so it'll dry nice all the way to the tip. Very good. Ciao.